Hey y'all, I am back for vlog number 2, and I have to be completely honest, I'm really a lot more nervous about this one, and I think it's because you said I was funny last time, and I'm not naturally a funny person, I don't think. Maybe I am. I know I am if I'm drinking a glass of wine, but I'm not sure if that's okay at 2:15 in the afternoon. So I'm just going to wing it and answer the questions and hope I don't disappoint you now that you know I'm not actually that funny. Okay, let's start with any tips for eating well on a budget. Yes, I wrote a post about it earlier this week, but I guess if I had to reiterate my favorites, it would be bulk bins. Just I like that you can buy as much or as little as you want, and it's cheaper than prepackaged items. And eating less meat, not only during the day, like I don't eat meat typically for breakfast or lunch, I save it for dinner. And even with dinner, we eat less of it. So I'll buy one steak and David and I will split that and load it up with veggies, and we both feel like we're getting, a good portion and we're full, but it saves a lot of money because quality meat is really expensive. And my last one would be meal planning. I could totally be the official spokesperson for meal planning. I just love it so much, and I could talk about it all day, but just planning out your meals, making sure that we have everything we need to eat for the week, make sure we don't waste food, that saves money. Meal planning, meal planning, meal planning, meal planning. What are your favorite go-to snacks and meals that are healthy and easy for moms to make? I'd say there's nothing super fancy that I snack on. Almonds, hummus, carrots, yogurt, chia seeds, granola, popcorn with Texas Pete. I don't snack a whole lot. I'm going to work on that actually. I think when I'm looking into balancing my blood sugars a little bit more, and I think to do that I need to introduce a few more snacks during the day. So when I come up with some better snacks and more options, I'll let you know. Next question is, how did you pick Haley's name? We picked Haley's name on the night we found out she was a girl. We had our 20-week ultrasound appointment, and the tech wrote the sex in an envelope, and we brought that to dinner with us. And here I was completely convinced it was a boy, and I just wanted to show David and say, told ya. And we opened it up, and it said girl, and my mind was blown. I hadn't thought of girl names. I haven't done anything with girl. But we started getting excited and talking about names and whatnot. And Haley was actually one of the first names that I mentioned. And I don't know where I got it from. I just think it's a beautiful name. Clearly, it's not the most original name, but I just think it's gorgeous and it's classic. And we both said that we liked that one. That was the only one we agreed on that night. And then as time went on and we kept talking about names, that was the only one that really stuck. So no fancy story about it. We just both thought it was a beautiful name. And Ann is my middle name. It's my mom's middle name, and it's my nanny's, my grandmother's first name. So that is a family name. So that's how Haley Ann came to be. Get some water here. Okay. That's not a question. Scrolling down. Next question is, how has your relationship with David changed since having Haley? I really should have read these ahead of time so I'd have better answers thought up. I would say, if anything, it's really become stronger. He's just my best friend. I don't know. We just take a team approach to everything. And if there have been bumps in the road, if there's been days where I feel too stressed out that I have too much to do, we're very open about talking about it. So I'll just open up to him and tell him that I'm stressed and what's going on. And he's always quick to pick up the slack on the days that I need it, even without asking, and I try and do the same for him. So if he comes home and he's had a rough day, instead of letting that pull me down, I try and pull him up, and vice versa. I just feel like we're a really great team, and having Haley has just strengthened us, and we have a stronger sense of where we want our family to be in 5 and 10 years and working towards common goals, and it's all very exciting. I think it's been wonderful since having Haley. Sure, we do more. we each have to pick up a little bit more, but it's great. It's not answering your question at all. How has it changed? It hasn't. I guess that's the thing. It's only brought us stronger and closer. And okay, I had to cut myself off. I was getting way too wordy there. But it hasn't changed us very much. If anything, it's just made us stronger. and it's been a wonderful experience. Moving on to the next question. What is something about yourself that you really wish you could change? Physically, or like who I am? Physically, I would learn how to embrace my curly hair, which I know it's straight right now, but I barely ever straighten it. But I would learn how to handle wavy hair. I feel like I've been trying to do that for years. I just can't ever make it look right on me, but I love it. So I would change my hair. Deep, Brittany. Something about myself I really wish I could change. I wish I could relax more easily. I'm such a list maker, and I like to be productive, and I like at the end of the day to mentally list off all the things I got accomplished today. I guess that makes me a little bit of a type A. But I wish I could spend some time just relaxing. I wish I could kick my feet up during nap time and read sometimes, and that's very hard for me to do. I'm not sure why, but I wish I could learn to relax more easily. That is something I would change about myself. Next question says, if you could be any vegetable, what would you be? I am assuming you have thought about this before. I have not thought about this before, but if I could be any vegetable, I would be an asparagus because I would be long and lean, and it's trendy to be green. Oh, I gotta edit that out too. I would be an asparagus. That is my answer. On a more serious note, what do you struggle with on a daily basis that frustrates you? I don't struggle with much on a daily basis. I actually feel now that I'm almost 30 that I am more comfortable with who I am. I know I'm cheesy. I know I'm emotional sometimes. I know I can be rambly, because that's a word. And so I don't really struggle with it. I'm comfortable with who I am. There's not something on a daily basis that frustrates me. I guess I'd still like to learn how to relax more, and so I go back to that same answer of just learning how to chill out sometimes. I think that would be good for me to learn how to relax. That's the best answer I have now. Looking back onto pregnancy and toddlerhood, what do you think has the most impact on Haley's healthy appetite for fruits and vegetables? Another one of my favorite topics. I could talk about healthy eating for kids all day. I love it. But it's important to note that I just like to share what has worked for us. I clearly only have one child, and so that's all my experience between that and researching and everything. But I never want to come across like I'm telling somebody else what they should do. I just like to say what works for us. And I think it starts in pregnancy. I really think the fact that I ate better during pregnancy than I ate before pregnancy. I wanted to make sure I ate plenty of vegetables and strong flavors and mild flavors and garlic and everything, so Haley would be exposed to those, because they say that they can start tasting the amniotic fluid, which is influenced by what you eat while they're in the womb. So it's important to me to start those flavors early on. And then by the time Haley started eating solids at 6 months, I started with vegetables because I know they have a tendency to like sweets, and I wanted to get the vegetables down before introducing her to sweets because I thought it would be hard to do in the opposite order. And then just being consistent and not freaking out if they don't eat everything on their plate or if they don't eat a vegetable you put in front of them. There's certainly days Haley won't touch certain foods, and I don't want to ever bring stress to mealtime. So I encourage her to try it, and if she doesn't, that's fine, and I'll give it to her again the next day. And then sometimes she'll eat it up. And so I think toddlerhood is just finicky, and I try not to get wrapped up in how much she's eating or what she is or isn't eating. I present to her all healthy food, so if she only eats one thing, she's only eating black beans. Well, if that's the worst thing, then that's okay with me. I just think consistency and starting early are the most important factors that I've realized and come across so far. Let's see. What natural fueling would you recommend for a marathon? I've never run a marathon. I've never run a half marathon. I've run a 10K once, and I'm not currently running. But I want to get back into running. I do enjoy it. It's just not working for me right now, but I'll get back there eventually. And I don't have any strong recommendations for natural fueling, but if you are a marathoner, please comment below with some real answers. I would think dried fruit would be a great one. I think that would give you a quick energy jolt in a natural way, obviously. If your stomach can handle it, I would think dark chocolate would be good. Same thing, a little bit of sugar and energy, and it would be delicious. Other than that, honestly, I don't have many suggestions. That's something I could look into, but I'm sorry I don't have any good answers right now. But please, if you're a runner, comment below on your favorite natural fueling for marathons. I accidentally got cut off, so I took it as a sign that I need to stop the vlog for today. And I was going to get Coda to say hi before we go outside, but she's not understanding being up in the chair. It's kind of freaking her out. Coda, look over here. It's you. It's you. And that, my friends, is a Vizsla. But I hope you have a great weekend, and we are headed outside. So see you later. Bye.